Hey, how's it going? So in life, you could either be a hero or a villain. That's the great thing about life is that we could choose, right? We have free will. What do I mean by a hero or villain? Hero pretty much means being positive, bringing people up, right? Trying to save them. Or you could be a villain, bringing people down, being very negative, having the victim mentality, blaming other people for your problems, thinking that life is not fair, right? That right there gets you nowhere. Believe me, I've played the villain in my own life, and that made me unhappy. It wasn't until I knew that I had to be my own hero to pick myself up and my family. All right. So let's talk about real estate right now. Okay, the market, depending on different markets here in the Yakima Valley, there's some areas that are struggling. Okay, you have homes that are staying on the market longer than usual, right? There are homes that are selling less for less, right? And also sellers helping with closing costs, right? They're giving seller concessions. What are closing costs? So whenever you're buying a home, you have to pay your own closing cost. All right, and that ranges if you're getting a loan. That right there ranges about 3 to 5%. Okay, this is for loans. If you need a loan, right? Which majority of the people need a loan unless you're in a great situation, right? And you can pay cash. So it's around 3 to 5%. It's gonna cost you thousands of dollars for you to be able to close on a home. All right. So it's 3% of the purchase price. All right. So if the house is $350,000, then it's 3% of that, but it depends on your lender. Different or lenders charge different amounts. So like you want to talk to the lender to see what's the average on their closing costs. If it's 3%, 4%, 5%, right? But this is going to be something that's going to kind of be different because you could also add in points. I don't want to really get into points right now, but points basically is you put money, you pay money to bring down your interest rate. All right, that's basically what it is in a nutshell. All right. So you could be your own hero or your villain. And like I said, this housing market struggling. A lot of people don't have money right now. A lot of Americans don't have money right now because of inflation. You have all these variables that are just like hitting the consumer. I'm in retail. I work primarily in retail. Real estate's my side hustle. All right. And the reason why it's my side hustle is because I haven't bought my first home yet. All right. I grew up, well, I graduated during the great financial crisis, which was I graduated in '04, and in '08 everything went to crap, right? Everything went to crap. So I never got a chance to buy a home because I messed up my credit. I messed up my credit. You had layoffs that are happening. The same stuff that is happening in 2008 is about to happen right now, or it is happening right now. All right. And that's why I'm very cautious because I've seen this story before, right? I've seen this story before. It doesn't matter what people are saying or whatnot. I lived through it. I seen it. I experienced it. I had my car repo. I lost my jobs, right? I had to work two part-time jobs just because they weren't giving full-time hours. All right, it's very difficult. It was very difficult for me. So I've seen a story before, and I'm very cautious. I'm very cautious of what people telling me it's different. This is my opinion. This is my opinion, but to me, it's the same thing, even worse. All right, why is it worse? It's worse because we had free money, right? We had free COVID money. We had shutdowns. We have inflation, right? We had all this stuff. I see people posting interest rates, right? What was the interest rate at like 10 years from 10 years ago, 15 years ago? All right. But the thing is that they forget to tell you what are listing prices, what are homes going for, right? Right now with these interest rates right now, yes, it's not as high as it was, but these listing prices are crazy. They're crazy. It doesn't balance. It's got to balance, and that's why the market is struggling. That's why the market is struggling, and that's why I'm saying, do you want to be your own hero or do you want to be the villain? Right? Hero just looking at positive, positive, and you doing your own research. You have to do your own research. Do not rely on me. Do not rely on another realtor, another lender. another economist. It's up to you to do your own research so then you could sniff out the bullshit. All right? Because depending on the career, right? Like me as a realtor, I make money on commission. I have to sell you a home for me to make money. If I don't sell you anything, I don't make any money. All right? So I was very honest with my clients. I'm very honest with my clients just because I'm after my first home, right? I'm still after my first home. The reason why I became a realtor is for I could buy a home safely, for I won't have to rely on somebody, somebody else's opinion, right? Because they don't make money unless I buy a home. Of course, they're gonna feed me a lot of bullshit, right? If they don't have a good heart or like my best intention, right? And that's my thing, is that I feel like I have a great heart and I tell people the truth. I tell my clients the truth. I've been working with the clients since 2020, right? Since 2020, and I was very truthful because I knew what was going on, because I started paying attention to the economy, to politics and all that stuff, because you got to pay attention to that. You got to pay attention, you have to pay close attention to the economy, because you have to see in what type of shape the consumer is in. Because right now the consumer, they're tapped right now. A lot of consumers are tapped. They're relying on credit cards. Okay, I'm a cheap person. I'm very cheap. And man, it's hard. It's hard out here for me too. It's very hard for me right now too, and all that. And I'm cheap, very cheap. So you could be your own hero, or you could be the villain and just give up and say I'm never gonna buy a home, right? But I encourage you for you to be a hero and to bring people up as well, because that's what I am. I'm a hero. I always think positive. I try to bring people up as much as I can and all that, because I want to bring people up there with me, right? I don't want people to stay low, because I know how it is to be low and not to have the answers, right? For you to be stuck in a situation and there's nobody to help. I've been there, and that's the reason why I started educating myself on economy and the housing market and interest rates and everything else. It's up to you to be your own hero. All right. So if you want to buy a home or sell, contact me. My name is Eddie Padilla. I'm from YV Wine Country Properties. Used to be with Keller Williams, Yakima Valley. But yeah, if you have any questions, contact me, 519-314-5532. Peace.